Hello, 6th grade math. Here is a second video that is going to spend some time on how to view assignments and other resources on Go Math. So you should already know how to sign in onto my.hrw.com. And once you've signed in, this video is going to show you how to get to your assignments and as well as looking at other resources available to you whenever you feel you need them. So we go to my.hrw.com. We log in with our student ID, and our password is our student ID. And once again, you should see this dashboard. Okay, and the previous video taught you how to look through the interactive student edition as well as the student edition. And we talked a little bit about going into assignments. But we want you to also take a look at this student resources section. So we have the interactive student edition, the actual student edition, and the student resources. When you click on student resources, you are going to have a list of the textbook essentially in front of you. And as you scroll down, you're going to see an introduction, a table of contents, Common Core standards for math, review tests, benchmark tests, and it has everything that looks familiar in our classroom. But there's other things that you might find useful. So just recently we were on Module 4 and Module 5. We were in Unit 2. And you can click on these things, Module 4, and it will take you to the textbook that you can scroll down and you can get notes. There's great vocabulary and it's everything that you might need for that unit. Now if we go back and you keep scrolling down, you can explore all these areas on your own. We have a Spanish Interactive Student Edition as well as Spanish resources, which is really helpful. And then here's some videos. So there are videos for every single lesson that we are going to be doing in class. Now I know Mrs. Highland is going to still create her videos for you, but these videos will supplement those videos, and we'll click on them here. And here's the on-the-spot video, and we have lesson 4.1, 4.2, and as you can see, they're each titled very well. We have dividing fractions, example 1, example 2, dividing mixed numbers, example 1, example 2, and we have lesson 4.3, 4.4, 5.1, 5.2, everything that's on your union exam coming up. Now, if you click on one, let's look at lesson 5.3, multiplying decimals, example 1. There is a lesson tutorial, and you can have it in English or Spanish, and it will take you through everything that we're learning in class, and it will show you step by step. Now those videos are super, super informative and helpful, and they coincide with every single lesson that you'll be learning throughout the year. So feel free to look at those as often as you wish. And make sure you go back if you're stuck, if you're looking at your success criteria and you realized that you're really struggling with dividing mixed numbers, utilize these videos and they will help you. Alright, so we'll go back and we have real world videos as well. So there's math on the spot tutorial videos, there's real world videos that introduce math to you in real world situations and where we use this math that we're learning. There's also different modules, there's different skill worksheets. So for instance, we were just finishing up Module 5. And if you click on Module 5, you can print out these skill worksheets and they help you practice on your own. And they give you notes, you can print them out, you can write in them. These are great for when you go to a tutor or with your parents or friends. And they're great notes if you are unable to take the notes in class or if you just want more supplementation, you can come to these skill-based sheets and they're really helpful. Okay, and then that is basically summarizes the student resources. And the last thing we want to show you is actually going into your assignments. So now let's look at my assignments. So if we click on my assignments, you'll see that there is 2 here. One of them is Module 4, Operations with Fractions, Post-Test, and Module 5. If we click on Start, it will bring you to the questions. Now here we see there's questions 1 of 13. So you are going to, this is your personal math trainer. So essentially if you're assigned it, there's not going to be resources here to help you. This is, after you've looked at all the resources, this is your homework. How well can you answer some of these questions? And you can scroll through and you'll see you answer your question. If we were to look at this one, let's do this one together. So if we multiply 2/9 times 7/10, when I click on where I want to write the answer, you're going to notice things come up that help you write your answer. I know I'm going to have a fraction, so I'm going to click on this fraction piece. And my numerator is going to be 2 times 7 is 14. And I'm going to have 9 times 10 is 90. And let's see, I'm going to move on to the next question now. You may notice that this answer should be simplified. So paper and pen might help you answer these questions, and then when you put in the correct answer is when you would put in your final answer here. Okay, but we can just scroll through and you can keep writing your answers in. You can actually go up here and print out all the questions. Some students like to print them out, write all over them. Then you can come and plug them in. The reason why we want you to plug the answers into here is because we are going to be able to see what questions you got right and which questions you got wrong. And that's really going to help you and help us know exactly what you need help in. So that's half the reason why we chose this program, was because we wanted to see how well you're doing on all these types of questions. And we can't always check every single math question in class from homework. But we want to start narrowing down what questions are we struggling in and why. And that's also for you to know as well. So for your own self-assessment. So we'll show you a little bit more of this in class, but when you're done with all the questions, you would go over here and you click Turn It In, and then that would allow us to see your answers. You can save what you've done so far, and you can press Save and Close and then come back to it. Let's see, what else about this? You can keep going through all the questions. Say you found one hard, you can skip it and go back, and the top bar here will take you, if you want to jump to question 1, that's question 1. If you want to jump to question 2, there it is. Jump to question 4, etc., and you can navigate that. So I'm just going to log out of here. And as you can see, I didn't finish that test. So do you notice this word resume came up? So I was called for dinner, let's say, and I have to go eat dinner, and I'm not finished with the questions. That's okay, because you can leave that site and you can come back and you just can click resume, and it will come right back up to where you need to go. So it might take you a whole weekend to answer some of the questions, and so you don't have to sit down and answer them all at once. So if you have half an hour and you want to sit down and you do the questions and then you realize you'll come back, you can do that, which is a nice aspect to this. So that's just a short video on some of the student resources and how to get into your assignments. Again, we will show you a little bit more of that in class. Some of you will have questions, and we'll be willing to answer some of those questions in class. And keep in mind that teachers are also learning how to use this website to its best ability. And sometimes we have to troubleshoot a few issues as well, but for the most part, this is where your assignments will be and your resources. Hope that video was helpful, and we look forward to hearing your feedback.